Hey there, JG Entertainment System here. It's no secret that I love video games. However, another type of game that I love to play is board games. Wouldn't it be cool if we could have our favorite video games become board games? Unfortunately, most of the time, they would just slap the property of a video game on an already existing board game. Don't get me wrong, that's still pretty cool, but not what I had in mind. What I mean is, I want the gameplay from my favorite video games combined with the thrill of rolling the dice. Growing up, it seemed near impossible until my family and I stumbled upon this many years ago. The Pac-Man Board Game. My mind was blown. As an avid fan of Pac-Man myself, I couldn't help but be so excited for this. Pac-Man was that series that has been with me for as long as I can remember. However, it's been a while since I played this. Developed by Milton Bradley, a former renowned board game company, Pac-Man the board game was released in 1982. Is it fun on its own merits? Is it a great representation of the arcade game? Or was it just a cheap game made to cash in on the Pac-Man name? Without further ado, let's see what this board game has to offer. Okay, so before we open this baby up, let's take a moment to truly appreciate the box art. It's fantastic. You have this amazing Pac-Man logo and a nice use of a drop shadow to make it pop. Even having the word game snuck in there. Then, here comes Pac-Man! Eating up poor Pinky and Inky here. I love the expressions on these terrified ghosts. Especially the way their eyes are drawn. Other cowardly ghosts are hiding around here too. Other things like the Milton Bradley logo and basic info about the game are also here. Like the objective, it's 2 to 4 players, and ages 7 to 14. Guess I am too old to play. It also claims that it is as much fun as the action-packed arcade game of the same name, and that assembly is required. But since this thing is over 40 years old, that part isn't an issue. The right side even has pictures and basic gameplay descriptions. Move your Pac-Man along the game path, gobbling up as many marbles as you can. Don't get caught by a sneaky ghost. You'll lose marbles and be sent back to home. The game's over! The board's cleared! If you have the most marbles, you'll win the game. I will admit, as cool as the top is, they didn't do anything with the bottom. A little disappointing, but the rest of the box makes up for it. Now, let's open the game up. The first thing we see is the game board, so let's get a good look at that. Wow, it looks just like the maze from the video game. It's also cool that the logo is smack dab in the middle. Over to the other parts. So here we have the Pac-Man pieces, plenty of marbles, 2 dice, 2 ghosts, and the plastic things from assembling the Pac-Man. And also a random plastic bag. Looking at the Pac-Man pieces up close, they look well made for being pieces of plastic. Their eyes are pretty cool, but what has always kind of surprised me was how Milton Bradley decided to give him razor-sharp teeth. It's kinda scary. Aside from that, they also have holes. One on top of their heads, and one in between their scary chompers. I'll explain what those are for later on. It's pretty cool that you have different colored Pac-Man to play as too. Here you have the marbles, and they come in 2 colors. The white ones are the regular dots, while the yellow ones are power pellets. Lastly, here are the ghosts. They're so cute, even with their eye stickers peeling off. Also, what's cool is that some sets came with different colored ghosts. For example, the one that I am playing with has red ghosts, while some others have blue, yellow, and even green. Okay, now that we went over all of the pieces, let's set up the game. Wow. With everything in place, it looks so nice. Alright, let's get ready to play. Let's get into the most important aspect of how to play. How does one move about the board? Don't worry, it's pretty simple. First, roll both of the dice. After that, choose one of them to move your Pac-Man, and save the other one for moving a ghost. Pac-Man always starts from his same colored home space, with the ghosts from the center base. Also, only the marble holes count as the spaces. Now here comes the fun part. When moving, if you happen to have white dots in front of you, you angle the jaw so that the round-shaped indent is lowered. After you get the white dot fitted in, press down and you eat the dot! It's really cool once you pull it off. Or should I say, if. When playing with my partner to test out the game after all of these years, he and I once in a while struggled with the timing of the marbles getting into the hole. It got to the point where he just took the dots from the board while moving. I had better luck, but I would be lying if I said that I didn't struggle with this motion when I was younger. Anyways, an important reminder is that when moving your Pac-Man, you have to make sure that you complete the path that you have decided to take. No switching back and forth between spaces. Also, you can't bump into or jump over other Pac-Man pieces or ghosts. You can always land in your own home space to be safe, but you can't land on ones belonging to other players. You can still pass through them though, so keep that in mind. Just like the game, you can't jump over blue walls. You have to turn the corner when faced with one. You can also use the tunnels to warp around to another part of the maze. After you have finished moving, don't forget to take your Pac-Man piece and dump all of the marbles into your bin so you can keep them for your score. Now for the ghosts. Unlike your Pac-Man piece, nobody has ownership over the ghosts. You can pick either one and move them. Just like Pac-Man, they have to complete the path that they take and also can't jump over blue walls. However, unlike our big round heroes, they can't use the tunnels at all, or even pass through the home spaces. The home spaces I kinda understand, but it's a really weird design choice to not have them be able to use the tunnels. In the arcade game, it's evident the ghosts can use the tunnels, but they are slowed down to a crawl when inside them. Honestly, I don't like this change since it limits their moves even further, and it doesn't make sense from an adaptation standpoint. So with moving the ghosts, like classic Pac-Man, their main objective is to take down the Dot Muncher by simply bumping into him. When attacking, you can have a greater number on the die than what is needed to be rolled. Keep in mind that if the ghost bumps into Pac-Man, no matter how many spaces are left to move, their turn ends. After the ghost assault is launched, that Pac-Man piece is sent back to their home space, and that player must cough up 2 of their white marbles. You can always attack your own piece and move it back to home, but doing this will result in no marbles being able to be taken. The only time a ghost attack can't be initiated is when Pac-Man is in his home space, so use those when you can if you don't want to be ghost chow. Want to turn the tables on those ghosts? Well, that's where, of course, the power pellets come into play. Stationed near the center of the board, these yellow marbles grant your Pac-Man the ability to chomp the ghost of your choice. When moving Pac-Man, he can scoop one of these yellow balls and launch his attack.
NANI?!
Just like attacking with a ghost, this move, no matter how many spaces you have left on the die, will end your Pac-Man's turn. The munched up ghost gets sent back to the center base, and now you get to take 2 marbles from any player of your choice. Also, the yellow marble that was eaten gets put back into the original space it was taken from. This is another difference from the actual Pac-Man. If you remember, once a power pellet was eaten for the remainder of the level, it will be gone for good. After all, they served as a risk reward mechanic. Do you wager going for the high score and eating all of the ghosts? Or use that power pellet to buy you more time to clear the maze? This change I don't mind at all. Since this is a board game, it gives everyone a fair chance to bounce back if need be. Plus, with how many spaces a piece can move at a time, a max of 6, it doesn't really make the power pellets OP in a sense. They don't even count towards the score total either. Like the box stated earlier, once all of the white marbles have officially been chomped, the game ends. The player with the most white marbles in their bin is considered the winner. So what do I think of Pac-Man the board game? Is it still a fun time? Is it as much fun as the action-packed arcade game of the same name? To answer both of those questions, I would definitely say yes, but with an asterisk at the end. It's a really fun board game that people of all ages can enjoy. It can be quite competitive, and in terms of adapting the likeness and gameplay from the arcade, it does a stellar job, even with a couple of creative liberties taken. However, as much as I love this, I think just playing the original 1980 game will give you that same fun adrenaline rush. Plus, it's a lot faster paced and can be played solo. Also, the video game is much easier to access since to this very day, it's still in circulation. The board game, like most products from decades ago, have to be shopped for online, and sometimes the prices can be pretty steep. I will still say, if you can find a copy for yourself, and within a good price range and condition, pick it up, especially if you're a fan of Pac-Man. For those looking for a more modern version, there is the one developed by Buffalo Games. It's much easier to get online and in stores. Plus, the price is far more accommodating for people. That one is another great interpretation of this arcade classic. I was lucky to have my copy since it was a gift from my older cousin growing up. To you, older cousin, I say thank you. I appreciate this game, and I'm still happy to say that it holds up to this day. Before we end this video, remember how I've said when board games are made based on video games, that most of the time they are just slapping the property on top of an already existing game? Well, it seems luckily as time marches on, companies are doing more and more to bring our favorite video games to life as tabletop adventures. It's also thanks to sites such as Kickstarter, where people backing up these projects make it more likely that we will see more of this. Nowadays, we have board games based off of Mega Man, Sonic the Hedgehog, and my personal favorite of the bunch, Resident Evil. That series even has 3 of them, each one based off of a different entry. Now that is crazy! I wonder what other cool games will get turned into board games. Only time will tell. But for now, I think we'll end it here. But before I close the book, this isn't the last time that Pac-Man had a board game made by Milton Bradley. That same year, they released a Miss Pac-Man board game. Will it be just as fun as I remember? Well, if you want to find out and are interested in me covering this at some point, leave a comment down below. Okay guys, with all that said, this brings us to the end of when Pac-Man had a board game. Hey everyone! Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video interesting, then be sure to leave it a like. If you wish to see more content, then don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell to be notified of when I upload next. I even do occasional live streams as well. Also, don't forget to leave a comment down below to let me know how this video turned out. I really look forward to hearing what you have to say. Lastly, sharing this video around to help more people see it is greatly appreciated, and it helps out a lot. Alright, with all of that out of the way, This has been JG Entertainment System, and I'll catch you all in the next one.